What happens next, either at the state or the federal level? What are you guys at our street looking at in terms of policies or just avenues that y'all want to explore further moving forward?
Well, one of the things that we're working on now is, given that the EPA rules that were rolled out this week, we want to find free market ways to comply with those new requirements. And one of the things that we're looking at, which is something that may come as a shock to anyone who knows that we are a center-right organization, is that we're looking at perhaps more of a carbon tax type system rather than an onerous big government EPA type system. So that is something that we have been exploring and researching and figuring out how something like that can be implemented rather than the far-reaching hand of the federal government. And we're looking at other areas as well, but that's something that we're really investing some of our intellectual capital in.
And is it a state-by-state, federal?
Correct. Correct. So that states can comply with EPA rules, which at the end of the day they may be thrown out because litigation, if it hasn't already happened, we expect that to happen. But in a post-EPA regulation world, we need to figure out the best way that states can comply without it having a crushing effect on the economy and simultaneously reaping the environmental benefits that we hope that those regulations will have.
And James, I just want to commend Christian and our street for doing this, because we do need a conservative alternative to the EPA. The EPA has a very heavy hand. They overreach a lot. I agree with them on some stuff. I've disagreed with them vehemently. On other things, the EPA started trying to regulate puddles some months ago, and we fought back in Congress. A lot of local governments are familiar with that regulation because they were very angry about it. But if we don't have an alternative, then people are just going to continue looking to the EPA for these solutions. And I think Christian and probably everyone here agrees the solution should be with the citizens, with the homeowner. Let's let everyone become responsible for the environment, for their impact on the environment. And if we can develop that, one day the EPA can be scaled back and just have a more of an oversight role rather than a protagonistic role.
And I totally agree with you, Congressman, and you of all people can attest to this, is that the American people will always prefer a bad solution to no solution. And that's why I speak for myself, I don't know where the rest of you all stand. Well, maybe I could speak for the Congressman, and those of us.
You've known me long enough.
Indeed, indeed. We need to come up with solutions rather than just oppose everything. And that's what we're trying to do over at our street.